Hi there, it's Sarah from Inspire Tarot. Welcome to the channel. See what message Spirit has for us today. Well, the Six of Wands and the Queen of Cups. So the Six of Wands card is all about victory and success, often in the public domain. And with the Queen of Cups, it could show that the Queen of Cups is very compassionate. So it could be that we have some sort of business in the public domain, which is to do with healing or abundance or just awakening. These two cards go beautifully together. The Six of Wands card often shows that we've had to go through a lot of struggle after the Five of Wands, the conflict and the competition. And whenever we're in a position of being potentially famous, then we do have to put up with a lot of things, because the ego gets very excited about being famous. But there's lots of pitfalls with it, because ego ideals are all just a trap. And I think quite often a lot of people who are famous, they do find this out, that they they kind of get seduced down the path of partying and various things, and then they find out that it's not all it's cracked up to be. And having people following you around and reporting your every move is not fun. So yeah, from the Queen of Cups perspective, we do need to be extremely resilient when we're in the public domain. We need to be very mature, and we need to, whenever we receive any backlash or anything from other people, then we really need to see it as a call for love rather than an attack, a personal attack. And that's part of being emotionally mature, is just seeing things differently with the Holy Spirit. And the Queen of Cups is good at this. She's very nurturing. She's very empathetic and compassionate. So yeah, she would handle something like this extremely well. Whoops. Throwing cards on the floor. So yeah, the Empress card, again, another powerful female card. The Empress very much embodies all of the suits together. So yeah, she's very dignified, but also very light-hearted. She can laugh at herself. But yeah, she also takes herself seriously and knows that she plays an important role in the world, and that she can use her power for good. When we have lots of people watching us, it's really important that we set a good example. And that can feel like a lot of pressure, particularly if we are being guided by the ego. But if we're guided by the Spirit, then it can really be used in a good way, being popular and being famous. We can really use it to nurture others and to learn to grow ourselves. The next card out is the Sun. We know that the Sun is the happiest card in the deck. Very much associated with benevolence, inspiration, being a very kind of radiant and energetic person. Somebody who's very creative and expansive and has lots of confidence and makes breakthroughs. Just somebody who's a really good role model with a very sunny disposition. So yeah, we can kind of take the Sun card quite literally sometimes. It does just mean radiant and glowing. The next card out is the King of Cups. So again, the King of Cups is very mature, the mature masculine. So you could have like a power couple in the public eye with these two cards together, the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. The Queen is very, has mastery of the inner world, and the King of Cups has mastery of the external world in the domain of creativity and relationships and love. So yeah, this is a very powerful reading. so far with really powerful cards about how important it is to stay right-minded and stay in the love if we want to be happy and not fall into the ego's pitfalls, the ego's traps. The next card out is the Ace of Swords. I love the Ace of Swords cards. It's definitely one of my favourites in the deck. To me, this is all about expansion of the mind, about having an epiphany or many epiphanies, lots of new ideas and opportunities. It's also about feeling more connected to spirit in a deeper way. So we're kind of maybe becoming more and more aware of our mental power and therefore our mental responsibility. And what we think and what we say and we do ideally need to be congruent and used for the greater good. The next card out is the Eight of Cups. Yeah, and so for me this is the card of being forced to level up. But it's a good card because 8 is obviously not 10. So we know that we have the capacity to go for more cups. And the cups are the emotions. So this card will often see us being quite stretched. It's not always comfortable to be in 8 of Cups energy, but it's also quite powerful to move forwards. And lots of things, you know, when we are, if you are famous or do something in the public eye, then you will be forced to level up all the time because you do tend to attract lots of comments and things. It's very easy to get triggered and kind of get into a defensive stance, but the Eight of Cups is showing us that we're worthy of more and that we can keep working on that emotional strength and just learning to be more conscious and more awake and go towards more loving connections and a more loving community. The next card out is the World. The World card is amazing. This is all about satisfaction and wholeness. So for many of us, or for probably most people on the planet at one stage or another, have a burning desire to accomplish things, and they feel as though their sense of self is very attached to what they accomplish. And obviously this has its downfalls, but it can also be good because we can also use it to do God's will and spread the good news about the gospel and about the fact that the world is a dream and that we are loved and that we're all innocent and we haven't done anything wrong and all that we need to do is forgive ourselves. And yeah, this is a wonderful accomplishment. It's definitely a big shift in the mind that brings us more towards this satisfactional wholeness. Okay, the next card out is Justice. And Justice again is one of my favourite cards because it's very much about cause and effect and letting us understand that we reap what we sow and that we're always learning, because from our human perspective we don't really know what's right and fair. We can only really see things from our own perspective, whereas the Spirit knows what's right for everybody from a much loftier vantage point. So whenever something happens to us, it's always possible to put a positive slant on it, even if it can seem as though things are going wrong. I've had many things in my life seem as if they're going wrong, and then suddenly realise that the Spirit has the last laugh, because the thing that was removed or the thing that seemed to be the problem is kind of flipped on its head and we come out smelling of roses. So yeah, the Justice card is, I mean, this is very pretty, very, very pretty card. But yeah, we're all subject to the same laws on this planet. They're fair to everybody. So we can all benefit, but we do have to understand the laws of the the laws of the land, the natural laws of God, in order to work them in our favour. And A Course in Miracles is brilliant with this, and so are other non-dual teachings, in teaching us that this is a mental universe, and what we think is very important, and what we do comes from what we think. And yeah, because the universe is a dream, when we change ourselves internally, it does actually extend out to everybody in the world. So we tend to be on the receiving end of much more gentle things in life, or even if things do happen that can seem a bit more monumental and a bit like a big plot twist, then we usually get quite a big level up from them. So it's exciting. And the last card out is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant card is, I kind of associate this with our spiritual path, being like wise counsel or a spiritual teacher. And this is what happens to us as we progress. We just become wiser, and we can reach back and help others. So yeah, the Hierophant character is very much like a teacher or a mentor, somebody that somebody turns to. But it's always a reminder as well for us to go within, in our own minds, that the power is within. So yeah, this was a powerful reading today. I really liked it. I think the cards that came out were amazing. And they're very, yeah, aesthetically very beautiful. Right, well, I hope you found that inspiring. I love you all. Bye.